Wait, I want to hear that again. Love a dirty guitar, man. Love a dirty guitar. What is going on with me in this reaction? Okay, guys, so we are back, and today we're covering some more Ren, specifically the 6/6 Soul collaboration between him and the Skinner brothers. We're covering the very last track in that collaboration called Pink Heineken, and I'm excited to get here. It's been a little bit of a journey, longer than it needed to be, because there's been some other stuff. There's been some shakeups on the channel of my schedule changing. I feel like I started this little collaboration forever ago. Well, I mean, I haven't even been doing this long. I need to talk about that whenever I've been doing this for a couple of years, but it feels like a while ago that I started this, a lot longer than it should have been. But we're finally finishing up the 6/6 Soul collaboration. I am excited about this because this has been really cool. Every single song has kind of brought its own element into the collaboration, its own unique sound, while still being really cohesive with the rest of the tracks in the album. I actually went ahead, excuse me, caught my throat there for a second, went ahead and listened to all, was it 4 of them? There's a So the Story Goes, Control-Alt-Delete. Oh, what was the one after that?
Truth or Dare.
Dream Life, and then Two's on a Cigarette. So yeah, right? Right?
No.
Yeah. I think that's all of them. So let's do it. Let's jump into Pink Heineken, finish this up. This is going to be awesome. Okay. 5 a.m. Just a few hours later. I think the other one was at 2 a.m. The party in their house from Two's on a Cigarette or whatever, whoever's house that was, apartment, whatever it was.
Not Jack's on the Westway. He fucked up his whole estate. You know he's never saying nothing, cause they keep it in his head till the day he died. It's like I know I'm fucked up, but I never change. I've been bad and I'm still deranged. When I come out of the can, I got the fear and the dread. Quarter in the fourth, Cortina giving head. Now every fucking place I go, every duck cream crack, every watering hole, and then you left me for dead. I was deader than Zen in New Orleans.
Forget about yesterday. Just hold
That was interesting. Wait, I want to hear that again. Just make sure I was hearing what I thought I was hearing. Wow. Okay. That's an interesting little swoop in the tone. Okay, I'm pausing it here. So I hit the wrong button. I thought sorry. What is going on with me in this reaction? My brain feels like it's all over the place. But man, this is pretty cool so far. It's different. It's very different than any of the other tracks. I wasn't really expecting, well, first of all, I wasn't expecting the female voice to pop in there. That was really interesting. And then that little kind of whoop they did at the very end, that kind of, I don't know if she was doing that naturally or if that was something in the editing to kind of distort the voice for emphasis. That was really interesting. It's a really melancholy song so far, which we know is something that Ren does very, very well. I don't know about the Skinner brothers. I still haven't listened to anything else by the Skinner brothers. This is far more melancholy than anything else in the collaboration so far. Like, we've handled some heavy topic, like Dream Life handled a pretty heavy topic, kind of talking about, you know, the dream life and putting on this facade almost is at least as far as the imagery was suggesting, while you have all this kind of baggage and terrible stuff going on behind the scenes. And so that had a heavy message to it, but it still just had that kind of upbeat, fast tempo, fast paced type of feel. And they were there, they were kind of partying. They were just living it up like they had the dream life. This is really taking it very directly melancholy. And it's interesting. It's a very different tone, but a good one to end on. You know, this is where a lot of artists I found put their more melancholy tracks, because artists love to get real introspective and pensive sometimes, and this comes out of that. So let's listen to it some more.
I'll bolt up the M-way, 125 on a slip lane. Cause nothing adds to nothing when nothing's in your head. I hope the feeling's gone. It's like I'm always on top, but I'm never done. Holes in my shit, but it's never sung. And I don't know how I do it, but I do it in my sleep. Fucked it, I don't think, just blink. But I always bring the soul. Long hair, leather jacket, call it rock and roll. And I don't even mind, cause I ain't got the time to fuck about.
Forget about yesterday. Just hold my gaze and separate. Truth hurts, but angels can see. Blue, green, and pink Heineken.
Love that. Love that guitar. Love a dirty guitar, man. Love a dirty guitar.
Run red as an angel's breath, brush gentle down my side. I was left cold in my room to die. Clip my wings, now I can't fly. Tears and sorrow fill the spaces hollow. Blind men lead while the wise men follow. Sing for tomorrow, wait for the shade to pass. But the past holds on, but the present goes fast. Won't last, tick tick fade away. Time don't mind, don't ever wait for no one but death. The cause of no rest. When it's said, when it's done, guess I try my best. Yes, yes. I live like I died today. And if I die today, then I live like I died today. My self-made shallow grave. And when the time comes, I will die with a smile on my face.
Forget about yesterday. Just
I'll just let it play out.
gaze and separate. Truth hurts, but angels can see. In blue, green, and pink Heineken.
Okay. Okay. And that is the 6 Soul collaboration album, whatever we want to call it. No, collaboration. That's the right word, right? I mean, is it proper to call it an album? Sorry, I had to go and unhook my space heater for a second because it was getting ridiculously hot while I was recording that, but I didn't want to interrupt the song. That was a really cool way to end this. You know, not just like I said before, kind of in tone, kind of coming down to a lighter, more melancholy type of ending outro type of tone. It seems like a lot of artists choose to do it at the end of a lot of their albums, but also in the messaging, that they had here, because I think I mentioned it in was it in Two's on a Cigarette or was it Dream Life? I think it was Two's on a Cigarette. A lot of this has had to do with kind of the folly of youth, people just trying to cope and live life amongst a whole lot of craziness. And I say the folly of youth, these are all obviously adults, but it's a group of guys. It's a group of dudes that are just trying to cope, live life, have some fun, get into some trouble, maybe, find love, with Ren, hooking up with that girl. But then it seemed like from Two's on a Cigarette, it was going farther than just some girl he hooked up with at the club. It was getting deeper than that. He wasn't calling his boys for what was it? He said 2 weeks or something. I think that's what it was, that because he wants to spend time with his girl. And so then we get into this. And this song is really kind of hitting hard on just those melancholy thoughts of, what am I doing? What am I working towards? What kind of mistakes have I been making? What kind of life have I been living? But really, just at the end of the day, when we get right down to it, we're just going to forget about yesterday. We're going to forget about yesterday. We are going to fix our gaze on what is ahead, as this little refrain, as this little chorus kind of lays out for us here. We're not going to worry about the past. And in a certain way, that is, I think that's a good message. In other ways, I think it's a bad message, because we do want to learn from our mistakes. And I don't think they're completely negating that concept, that aspect of it here. I get the idea, this kind of free-flowing attitude of you know what? Forget what's behind us. We just got to keep moving forward. We just got to keep the trudge going. We got to keep the game played. And that can be cathartic to a certain degree, depending on where you're at in life, but it can also be a pretty destructive way to look at things if you're not learning from your mistakes, if you're not pushing ahead with understanding, education, and wisdom from what you've been through in the past. And again, I don't think that Ren or I've forgotten his name, Soulboy here are negating that. I don't think they're negating that. They're just focusing on one aspect of this concept of we need to move forward, and we gotta still be on that grind. No matter what we go through, we gotta grind it out. And so this was really cool. This entire collaboration was really, really cool. I'm definitely going to be listening to it. Like I said, I listened to all 4 of the other songs right before I sat down to record this. And now this one is going on the playlist as well. This entire collaboration was really awesome. And like I said before, it's got variety, but it also flows, especially listening to all 4 of them again in order. Gosh, I'm getting so tongue-tied in this recording. I don't know why. Listening to all 4 of them again in order really showed me how well these kind of flow from one to the next as just kind of a body of work. So this is really cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I went through this little journey. Please hang around for other stuff in the future, but I'm going to go ahead and end like I always do with a little bit of prayer. Lord, thank you for everybody who came out to watch this today. Bless them, bless their day, bless their lives. We praise you, Lord, as the original creator, the one who makes all of this possible, the one who puts every breath in our lungs. I praise you in your son's precious name. Amen. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.